I want to welcome everyone to the Lifestyle Changers Financial Freedom presentation. My name is Angela Williams. I have a bachelor's degree in finance, a master's degree in business administration and accounting. I spent well over 13 years climbing the corporate ladder in the accounting field. Then in 2008, when the economy crashed, I got laid off. Now, what I wasn't expecting to happen was that I was going to be out of the workforce for 4 straight years. And as a result, I ended up losing my savings. I ended up losing my home, and it forced me to become an entrepreneur. I had to become the boss. And so I took the last bit of money that I had, and I opened up a boutique. It's called Glamour and Gifts Boutique in Waukegan. I've been a business owner for the past 8 years. I launched my own cosmetic line, pretty much a serial entrepreneur. Well, I was already passionate about teaching people about entrepreneurship when the MyEcon opportunity was presented to me. And I want you to know, you guys, I am so in love with this company. I came into the company, started building the organization. I hit EVP Gold in 10 days, Platinum 6 months, and 2 months later, I had hit the top of the company as an infinity. Because of the wealth strategies that I've learned in this company and my own stewardship of my money, I am 100% debt free and I'm 100% unemployable. Now, MyEcon is a 13-year-old debt free financial literacy education company. We're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We have over 75,000 distributors across the country. And the wealth strategies that we've learned in this company has allowed us as associates to put $450 million back into our pockets. And that's without even selling anything or sponsoring anybody, just wealth strategies alone. So what MyEcon is going to give you is a business in a box. So we're going to share with you some high-in-demand products that people use and consume on a daily basis that you can generate additional income. And we're also going to teach you something that no other business opportunity on earth is teaching, and that is personal finance. So we're going to teach you how to manage your money, how to keep your money, and how to grow your money all at the same time. Now, MyEcon's mission is to financially set 1 million people on fire. And what we mean by that is we're going to be teaching people how to become financially independent and retire early. And we are going to create 1 million brand new millionaires. So how are we going to do that? Well, in MyEcon, we're going to teach you 12 different wealth strategies. But tonight, I'm just going to talk about the top 5. Number 1, we're going to teach you how to increase your cash flow. Number 2, we're going to teach you how to eliminate your debt. Number 3, we're going to teach you how to save for your retirement at the same time, stashing your emergency fund. And we're also going to teach you how to increase your credit score. Now, why is financial literacy in high demand right now? Well, 77 million Americans do not pay their bills on time. 56% of U.S. adults do not even have a budget. So if you don't have a budget, you don't even know where your money going. And if you don't have control of your money is always going to run away from you. 7 out of 10 Americans do not have $1,000 in the bank right now. And 60% of those people don't even have $400 right now. You know, 67% of African Americans have no emergency savings. You know, when I lost my job in 2008, I had about $80,000 saved in my savings account. And after 4 years, that still wasn't enough. So if I had $80,000 and that's not enough, 67% of African Americans have nothing. You have nothing in place in case you lose your job, lose your spouse, or you get sick. You have to have a plan B. Let's talk about the wealth gap. The average wealth in America is about $141,000, and those people are owning homes. Now, Hispanics' average wealth is about $13,000, and for African Americans, it is the lowest at $11,000. So that means we're not owning our homes, we're not investing, we're not owning businesses, and it's time for a change. 1.3 trillion students are graduating college with student loan debt. And now what we also have to talk about is the elephant in the room, and that is the change in technology. You guys, artificial intelligence is taking over, and it is going to be eliminating jobs. You know, now people can go to a McDonald's and they can put in their order right through a little kiosk and pay for it, and the food come out to them. So it's not going to be any need for cashiers. They have robots that are withdrawing people's blood. There's robots that are actually doing surgeries. So they're trying to remove the need for nurses and doctors. There's driverless cars, driverless trucks. The old way of making money is about to change. And so what you want to do is you want to get yourself in front of the curve, but you also want to be able to take these wealth strategies, teach them to your children, because your children is going to come into a world where they're not going to be able to find jobs. So you're going to have to teach them how to create their own jobs. Now, what I want to talk about really quickly is the Social Security outlook in America. Well, I got me a letter from the Social Security office, and you know how they kind of tell you what your payments is going to be, once you hit your retirement age, so you can start withdrawing. Now, what they told me, and I put it in that brown circle here, I highlighted it. They told me that by 2034, the payroll taxes collected will not be enough. So they're only going to be able to pay me 77% of my Social Security payments. So by 2034, I'm only going to get 77% of my money. And by 2034, I'm not even going to be 65 yet. So if you're in your 30s, early 40s, you probably will be getting about 60% of your Social Security payments. So if you're working 40 hours a week for 40 years and you were in the hopes of getting this passive income of Social Security, well, you need to think again. And what Social Security says is that it is not intended to be your only source of income when you retire. They said that Social Security is only going to replace about 40% of your take-home pay, and that you're going to need to have some savings, some investing, some investments, a pension, or some other type of retirement account to be able to take care of you. And so here's the reality. The average Social Security check is about $1,300. So if you can't live off of $1,300 now, how are you going to be able to live off of that when you turn 65? Especially if you haven't paid off your house and you're still renting. By the time you pay the rent and utilities, guess what? Your Social Security check is gone. Let's talk about the retirement picture in America. 50% of Americans have $0 saved right now. Do you know that 50% of people who are already at 55 years old, they haven't even started saving for retirement? I want you to take a look at this chart, and I want you to find your age. And this is going to tell you where your 401k or your 403b or whatever investment vehicles you are using right now, where you should be from a balanced perspective. If you are 30, you should be at $64,000. If you are 40, $162,000. If you are 45, $231,000. If you are 50 years old, you should be at $319,000. And if you are 65 years old, you should be at $750,000. Now, this is very conservative. You do have to take into account for inflation, but just for you to have a little benchmark, find your age. Are you on track? And if your answer is no, well, then guess what? This is your wake-up call. You're in the right place at the right time, because here's the reality. 81% of people don't even know what they need to do to retire. Do you know how much money you need to be saving every month in order for you to hit your number, for you to be able to retire with dignity? Do you even analyze your 401k account? Do you know the return on investment that you can expect from your retirement account from your job? Do you know? This is why we are so passionate about teaching financial literacy, because many people don't know. Some people don't want to think about the reality, but we force you to sit down and have an intimate conversation with your money. Now, there's a reason why your retirement is not where it needs to be, and that is life. So I want you to think about it. You work in corporate America, you making $50,000 a year. Well, they're going to take taxes right off the top before you even get that check. So they're going to take $11,000 out, and you're going to get paid $39,000. And what you have to do is take that $39,000 and pay all of your bill. But think about your rent, think about your car note, even your student loan payments. All of those payments was based on your $50,000 gross income, but you're being forced to pay it with your $39,000 income. And see, that's the trap. That's the trap. So you're paying rent, you're paying car note, utilities, student loans. You got to pay your cell phone bill. You got to pay groceries. Then there's the holidays that they're advertising to you. All these different reasons why you have to spend money. You know, it's about to be Memorial Day. So people are going to buy outfits. They're going to cook out with their family. Next thing you know, it's Father's Day. Then it's 4th of July. Then August is coming up. Your kids got to go back to school. So you got to spend more money. Then there's Halloween. And then there's Thanksgiving. There's Christmas. It's somebody's birthday. Somebody getting married. Somebody's having a baby. There is so many reasons why you don't own your paycheck. And other people do. And what happens is you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, but what that does is that puts you in debt because you end up using credit cards to float you to your next paycheck. So what's the solution? You need more cash flow and you need better money management skills. So in MyEcon, one of the strategies that we're going to teach you is how you can increase your cash flow the fastest. So the first place we're going to go is where you work, because that's where you're spending all your time, right? Well, what I want you to understand is that the IRS said that 80% of people get refund checks. So what a refund check means is that you didn't get no free money, you didn't get no bonus money, you got your money. And what they're saying is that you are overpaying. And they say the reason why you want the government to take more taxes out of your paycheck is because you want to use it to force yourself to save your money because you can't do it on your own. So what Uncle Sam is saying is that instead of allowing them to take more taxes out of your paycheck, why don't you take that extra money and put it into a savings account or pay down your debt? And so the question is, why are you not doing this? See, at the top of every W-4, it says, consider completing a new form W-4 each year when your personal or your financial situation change. Personal situation is you get married, have a baby. Financial situation, you start a new home-based business. So in MyEcon, we're going to teach you how to correctly fill out your W-4 form. We're also going to show you that just by being a part of MyEcon and joining and having a home-based business, which MyEcon is going to give you, and being able to have that sole proprietor tax status, you're going to be able to unlock the second page of the W-4 and get more allowances. So what's going to happen is when you adjust your W-4, you're going to get a pay raise of an extra $200 to over $1,200 every single month. And we're going to show you how to not owe Uncle Sam at the end of the year. So let's say you in corporate America, you're a single mom. You are single, you don't have no kids. Well, the most you can claim on your W-4 is about 2. But when you join MyEcon, because we're going to give you a sole proprietorship and unlock the second page of the W-4, you're going to be able to increase your allowances from 2 to 8. So let's say you're married with 2 kids, or you're a single mom, you're a single dad with 2 kids. Well, the most you can claim on your W-4, especially if you're making less than $65,000 a year, is about 8. But even at 8, they're still taking taxes out of your paycheck. So we're going to show you how you can adjust your W-4 legally and the correct way and increase your allowances from 8 to 14. So how are you going to adjust your W-4? That means that you're getting your tax dollars up front throughout the year. And so the question is if I'm getting all my money up front, am I going to owe at the end of the year? Well, not if you take some really, really good records. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you strategy number 2, and that's how you can minimize your tax liability. See, I want you to think about the things that you spend money on right now. I'm pretty sure you probably paying a cell phone bill. You probably got cable in your house. You probably paying a car note. You probably go to Starbucks. You might be at McDonald's. You might go to Red Lobster. You might be traveling around. You know, it's about to be summertime, so you're about to take your family on a vacation. Maybe you are in the market. You're about to buy you a laptop. You're about to upgrade your iPhone. Maybe you just have kids. Well, guess what? All of those lifestyle expenses can be converted into business write-offs when you have a home-based business and you learn the tax laws, which is what MyEcon is going to teach you. So we're going to show you how just at the end of the year, how you'll be able to write off 100% of the cost to join MyEcon, to operate your business, how you're going to be able to write off a percentage of your cell phone bill, how you have a choice to either write off your car payment and your gas, or you can be reimbursed 53.5 cents for every mile you drive. Hey, how many of you eat outside of your home, outside of groceries? Well, guess what? You can write off a percentage of your meals, your percentage of your travel, your hotel, your air, your baggage claim. Maybe you Uber. Maybe you're going on a cruise. Hey, maybe you even getting married. We could show you how we can make it tax deductible. And if you have a child, we're going to teach you how you can hire your child in your MyEcon business and be able to write off over $12,000 per child. There is over 475 different tax deductions that you have access to when you start your business with MyEcon. So this is what it looks like when you attach your home-based business to your job. So let's say you're a single mom, you got 2 kids, but you're not in MyEcon, and your gross income is about $50,000. Well, with the new tax law, you're going to get an $18,000 deduction because you're head of household. So that's going to bring you to a net adjustable gross income of $32,000. And then they're going to take your tax rate, multiply it by that, and that's how much you're going to owe. Then they're going to look at your paycheck, see if they took enough money out. Now, let me show you what happens when you join MyEcon, and now you got a home-based business. So we're going to take that taxable adjusted income of $32,000, and what we're going to do, we're finna get rid of it. So you're going to write off your mileage. You're going to write off your cell phone expenses. You're going to write off your travel and your meals. So that's a net of $24,000. But guess what? You got 2 children, and now that you have 2 children, we're going to show you how to enroll and employ them in MyEcon. And so that's going to write off another $24,000. So your adjustable taxable income is what? 0. See, that's the power of income shifting. Income shifting takes you from a higher tax bracket to a lower tax bracket. See, you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to owe if you take good records, write off your expenses. This is going to offset your tax liability. And because your taxable income is now 0, guess what? You're going to qualify for the Earned Income Tax Credit and so many other credits that is available to you. So not only could you get more money up front, but you can also get a refund check. So MyEcon is going to teach you the tax laws directly from the IRS publication. So you don't have to take my word from it. You can actually learn directly from the government. So to make sure that your bookkeeping is IRS compliant, we're going to give you a software, and it is called the Cash Flow Manager. And with the Cash Flow Manager, you're going to be tracking your income, your expenses, and your mileage. You can access it through your computer or directly from your phone. So every time you spend money on your card, no cell phone, every time you go out to eat, you're just going to log it into this expense system, the date, how much you spent, what restaurant you was in, what was you doing, which is always business, where you were. And then you're going to be able to take a picture of that receipt, and that receipt is going to be attached to that expense and stored in the cloud. So you don't have to sit around with a big old shoebox full of receipts. At the end of the year, you're going to be able to run a report. And this report is going to list your income for the year, your expenses for the year. And this is the report that you are going to use to fill out the Schedule C that you are able to now claim when you file your taxes at the end of the year. So you're going to give this to your tax preparer. And then just for audit purposes, you also can give this expense, which is also going to have your receipts attached directly to the IRS so that you can validate that what you're saying is actually true. So let's talk about what it looks like from a financial standpoint, how your household can completely change just by implementing one of the 12 strategies of income shifting. We have Vasco Brown, who is cash flowing over $500 a month back into his household because of this powerful strategy. We have my cousin Melinda Tyson that's cash flow $764 a month. We have Carmen here that cash flowed over $652 a month. We got Alicia Bodie, who is cash flowing over $1,000 a month. And you know how powerful that is. Now, just by implementing the first strategy, you can expect anywhere on average of $2,400 to $14,000 every single year just by getting up and showing up and going to work. How powerful is that? But it gets a little bit better. See, MyEcon, we teach personal finance. So we're not talking about you just getting some extra money just to have some extra money. No, no, no. The key is knowing what to do with that money. So what we're going to do is we're going to train you on personal finance. So strategy number 3 is we're going to teach you how to eliminate debt 10 times faster than budgeting alone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you 3 different debt elimination strategies. You pick the one that is best for you so that you can pay off your debt. So here's an example of a client who was getting an extra $600 in his paycheck. Well, we had him list out his bills. And so the first bill he's going to attack, he want to attack his car note. So he was paying $545 a month for his car. So we say, take that $600 that you're getting from your income shifting check, put it on top of the $545, and now your new car payment is going to be $1,145 a month. Guess what? He paid that car off in 15 months instead of 32 months. Now that car is paid. He owns it. Now his cash flow has increased an extra $545. So what is he going to do? We're going to go to the next debt, which his credit card debt, $8,000 worth. He's been paying $200 in minimum payments. So we're going to say, take that cash flow that you was paying in the car note, put it on top of that Visa minimum payment, take the $600 from your paycheck, put it on top of that minimum payment, and guess what? He paid off $8,000 in credit card debt in 6 months instead of 6 years. This is powerful. Nobody in the market is teaching wealth strategies the way MyEcon is teaching it. Now we're going to go to that big old debt, and that's that $200,000 mortgage. I know some of you may own homes right now, and you're trying to figure out, how am I going to pay this mortgage off? I don't want to pay this mortgage for the next 30 years. We're finna show you how to get out of it. So that minimum payment is $1,200 a month. Well, guess what? The $200 you was paying Visa, you're going to put that on top of the $1,200. The car note you was paying, put it on top of the $1,200. And the $600 extra that you're getting in your paycheck, put it on top of that $1,200. So guess what? You went paid off a $200,000 mortgage in 6 years instead of 30. That is powerful. Now, this is what it looks like when you are 100% debt-free like me. So now he has eliminated $225,000 in debt in 8 years, 4 months. And because he paid his house off faster, he saved $332,000 in interest payments. And now he got $2,545 free cash that he don't owe anybody. Can you imagine if you had an extra $2,500? Well, guess what? We're going to implement another strategy, all right? We're going to show you how to invest that money. So now that you got $2,500 available, if you are able to invest that money, because you have paid off your debt. So if you was to invest that money, you're going to be able to save $30,000 a year. But when you take that $30,000 and you put it into an investment vehicle, in 10 years, you have $500,000. In 15 years, $1 million. So if you're 50 years old and you don't have any retirement, we can show you how to generate business income and create the level of income. And by the time you turn 65, you still retire as a millionaire. This is what it looks like when you start applying the strategies to your life. We got Greg Harder here, who paid off $30,000 in debt and increased his credit score to an 816 in 10 months. We have Jamal Jackson that paid off a $5,000 car note balance in less than 5 years 5 months by applying the strategies. We have May Cunningham out of Georgia, paid off $9,300 in consumer debt in less than 10 months. We have Carmen and her husband paying off over $9,500 in debt in 3 months with the MyEcon Wealth Strategies. You're probably trying to say, how did she come up with $9,500? Well, guess what? When you have a business and you do business write-offs, you're going to get a refund check. Yes. Plus income shifting her paycheck, $9,500, 3 months. We have Sandra here who was able to save $9,600 in cash in 7 months. How was she able to do it? Well, she income shifted her paycheck. She got $844 back into her household every single month, and she saved it. Then she took amazing records, got all of her tax write-offs, and she still got a $4,000 tax refund check, plus the $5,600 that she saved, $9,600, gave her the down payment for her first home. Powerful. The fourth strategy that you're going to learn in MyEcon is how to become an investor. There are so many investment vehicles that you can use in order for you to compound and grow your money. You can, some people can get into the money market. Some people get into CDs. Some buy bonds. Some people do mutual funds. Some people do ETFs. Some people do the foreign exchange market. Some people do options and futures. Some people invest in stocks and they invest in real estate. At the end of the day, you need to have knowledge on every last one of these investment vehicles. You need to be able to look at all the returns and investments, and you should be able to invest your money in various vehicles that is going to allow your money to multiply and grow. See, you want your money to make money for you. Just sitting your money in the bank, you're not making any money. We want you to own a piece of America. So if you don't own Apple stock or Facebook stock, or you don't own Tesla or Microsoft or Amazon, guess what? It's time for you to do that. And we're going to show you how to do it. So I also teach beginner stock investing so that you can start owning stocks with as little as a $5 investment. We also have other leaders in the company. I have Andre Muhammad that's going to be teaching stock option trading, day trading. We have so many other things that is in the works that's going to blow your mind of where we are going from an investment standpoint, from Forex investing to real estate investing to helping people launch their own dream businesses outside of MyEcon. So we're going to take this money game to a whole nother level. The fifth and final strategy that I'm going to mention tonight is we're going to show you how to increase your credit score. So in MyEcon, we have a smart money kit, and it is a step-by-step credit repair education. So we're going to show you how to pull your credit report, how to send out your dispute letters, when to send them out, how to get your rent put on your credit report, you know, how to get certain tax liens and medical collections removed. Yes, we are going to help you. And just by applying this strategy, my credit score was about a 736 on average. After applying one strategy, my credit score increased by 19 points in 7 days. And probably about another 90 days, I think I'm going to be hitting the 800 club. So I'm super excited about that. We have Gabriel Monroe, who paid off $8,000 in debt in less than 9 months because he implemented the MyEcon wealth strategies. And because he paid off the debt, his credit score increased from a 597 to a 750. Excuse me. In MyEcon, you're going to go through my personal finance bootcamp. I'm going to be giving you different schedules that you can use for budgeting, for debt elimination. We're also going to give you a retirement planner, which is going to give you the blueprint step by step on what you need to do in order for you to retire early, happy, and rich. MyEcon is also going to give you some more perks. When you partner with MyEcon, not only are we going to give you the business in a box, but we're also going to give you access to your own attorneys. So you're going to have access to a free will. If you have any questions, or you ever had a question where you said, I wish I could call a lawyer. Well, guess what? Now you can do it. So we're going to give you access to attorney services. We're going to give you access to certified public accountants. We're even going to give you identity theft protection backed by $1 million policy. We're going to give you your own cash back mall. How many of you remember that Dash app where everybody was shopping through Dash, and when you shop at a store, you earn some cash back? Well, MyEcon has that as well. We call it the cash back mall. So if you shop at Walmart or Foot Locker and Old Navy and Macy's and GameStop, guess what? Every time you spend money, you're going to make money. And we also have discount travel, shopping, and eating portals. Now, what I also want to talk about is 5 different streams of income that you can earn in MyEcon, in addition to the wealth strategies, in addition to following the strategies, getting out of debt. We want you to generate business income, because the reality is that you have a cash flow problem, but you also got an income problem. And so it is important that if you're making $50,000 a year, you want to put yourself in position where you're making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year. So one of the streams of income that's available to you is MyEcon is a completely digital business, and it's online. So we're going to give you an online website. Your website has tons of products. So you can sell identity theft protection. If you know people who want to learn how to fix their own credit, you can sell them the credit repair education system. If you know people in Mary Kay or Avon and other different direct sale companies, and they do not have an automated system to track their expenses, you can sell the cash flow manager to them. We're affiliates of Priceline. So if you know anybody who's using Priceline to book their travel now, guess what? They can go to your website and you get paid every time they book an air flight, hotel. We also have health and wellness products. We have some coffees. The same cashback mall that you have access to, you can give it away to your family and friends for free. Every time they shop, you earn a little bit of money. We also have roadside assistance. We have credit monitoring systems. And what's so amazing, especially when you join the Lifestyle Changers team is we're going to be implementing an internet marketing campaign that is going to be able to allow you to draw traffic to your websites so that you can build your customer base and build your teams all at the same time. So you at the right place at the right time. This could add an extra 200, 2,400 plus cash to your household. Income stream number 2, because we learn how to fix our own credit, you can start your own credit repair business. So you can help other people increase their credit score. You can sell the do-it-yourself education, or you can provide a service and you can charge a fee for you to fix their credit. So that could put an extra $100 to $1,000 back into your pocket. The third stream of income available to you, because we learn the tax laws, guess what? You can start your own tax preparation service. So you can help other people file their taxes. And this could put an extra $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 per season cash flow back into your household. The fourth stream of income is what I call referral bonus, but it's really your right now money. See, in MyEcon, we're looking for people who will help others start their own MyEcon business so that we can get the word of financial literacy out in the most communities. And basically what we're doing is we're inviting people to join our debt elimination and investment club. So when you refer someone to MyEcon, the first 2 people that you refer to MyEcon, you're going to get $10 and $10. But guess what? After that, you're going to get a rank advancement of what we call executive vice president. And when you become an executive vice president, you get a raise. So instead of getting $10 referral bonuses, you're going to get a $35 referral bonus forever. So if you introduce the business to 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, it does not matter. You're going to get 35, 35, 35, 35 forever. And this is a way for you to get some additional cash flow into your pocket right now. The fifth stream of income that's available to you is what I call leverage residual income. And residual income is income that you earn month after month, year after year, even when you're no longer working. And so what I want you to do is I want you to think about your job. Your boss hired you and your other coworkers because he needed to leverage your time, your experience, your expertise to get certain things that he don't want to do done so that he can continue to make money. Well, in MyEcon, we can build leverage as well, except we don't have to hire employees and people don't work for us. But what we do is we help people open up their own franchise business in MyEcon and become an entrepreneur. And what happens is by you helping other people launch their dream business in MyEcon, you're going to take a leadership position. So if you are comfortable with mentoring people, supporting people, you want to learn the business, you want to train people, maybe you want to do webinars just like I do webinars, well, you can build a lucrative 5-year career in MyEcon. So let me show you what it looks like. See, when you start to build a business and you start sharing the opportunities with other people, let's say you shared it with 5 people. All right. Well, when you share with 5 people, you're going to get $175 upfront bonus from MyEcon, and they're going to start paying you $5 a month. Well, that's not nothing. Well, guess what? If you know 5 people with a job and you help those 5 people join MyEcon, isn't it safe to say that they each know 5 people with a job as well? And they're going to want to build their own residual income just like you? Well, guess what? When they share the opportunity with 5 people as well, that's going to bring 25 new people into your organization. You're going to make $625 up front. You're going to be making $80 a month. Now, the 25 new business partners is going to do the exact same thing because they want their own residual income. They know 5 people with a job, so they're each going to go out and share the opportunity with 5 people. That's going to bring 125 people into your organization. You're going to get paid a $3,000 bonus, and you're going to be making $455 a month. Don't seem like a lot, but that is $5,000 a year. And you can take that $5,000 and you can go straight and invest it. And that $5,000 could grow to $500,000 in a 10, 15 year time period, depending on where you're investing your money. Now, keep in mind, the people that you brought into the business at the very beginning, your first 5, well, guess what? They right behind you. So this is not a business where only the person at the top is making all the money. Everybody can build a leverage income. So the 5 that you brought into the business, guess what? Now they got 25 people on their team. They're making money too. So the 125 is going to do what? They know 5 people with a job. They bring in 5 people. That's 625 people in your organization. You're going to get $15,000 in upfront bonus money, and you're going to be making anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 a month. So that's an extra $42,000 a year. So if you're making $60,000, guess what? Now you're making $100,000 just by building your MyEcon business. Now, the 625 people are going to do what? Share the opportunity with 5 people. Now that's over 3,000 people in your organization. You're going to get paid an additional $78,000 bonus, and you're going to be making $28,580 every single month, even when you don't get out of bed. That's $342,000 a year. Now you're in the rich class. They consider that the rich class. When you're over 300,000, you're in the rich class. Okay. Now the 3,000 is going to do what? Duplicate the system. Share the opportunity with 5 people. Now you got 15,000 people in your organization. You're going to make $390,000 in upfront money. You can buy a whole house with that. And you're going to be getting paid $153,000 every single month in pure residuals. That's $1.8 million a year. See, this is how you get that lawyer doctor money. It takes time to build, but once it builds, it's going to pay you tremendously. You know, I have been following this particular system right here and this chart. We have actually finished 4 of the goals. I have well over 800 people in the organization, and I'm making about $6,000 every single month, and I only work 20 hours a month. Now, somebody on this webinar, you might be making $6,000 a month, just like I'm making $6,000 a month, but you working 40 hours a week. I only work 5. And see, that's the beauty of building leverage. If something happens where I can't work for 30 days or I can't work for 60, 90 days, guess what? My money still keeps coming in. And so what this is this is your retirement. This is your insurance policy. And if you were to commit to MyEcon for the next 2 to 5 years, you can get all this money that is on the table. So what I have just done is I have just demonstrated to you all the 4 ways that you can get paid in America. We started off talking about you being an employee, where you trading your time for money. You never make more than the CEO. Your income is always going to be capped. You have to get somebody else's approval in order for you to move up the career ladder. They have to see potential in you to give you a raise, give you a promotion. So when you join MyEcon, you graduate from being an employee to being self-employed. You own your job now instead of your job owning you. But even at the self-employed level, you still trading time and money because all of your income is solely based on your efforts. So when you come into MyEcon and you start building your MyEcon business, and you started building you an organization, and you start building residual income, you're going to be able to advance from being self-employed to being a business owner with a system, and that system is your leveraged organization. Now, at that level, you making $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $50,000 a month. The sky is the limit. But what we want to make sure that you do is that you take that money and you start participating in capitalism, and you advance and become an investor. That you are owning stock in corporations. That you are owning real estate. That you are owning businesses. That you are owning land. See, that's the name of the game. Because investors pay the lowest tax rates in America. 95% of the people on the left work for the 5% that's on the right. Yet 95% of the wealth is owned by the little 5% that's on the right. So in MyEcon, we're going to teach you how to get on the right side of money. So our mission is to get into every household, every high school, every college, and in every church, and teach the power of financial literacy. So what's in it for you? When you partner with MyEcon, you're going to get business and finance education. You're going to get wealth building strategies. You're going to get investment training. You're going to get a free living will. You're going to get income shifting so that you can adjust your W-4 and increase your cash flow immediately. You're going to get the tax advantages of a whole-based business so that you can write off your life. You're going to get the cash flow management software so that you can be IRS compliant. You're going to get a credit repair education so you can boost your credit score. You're going to get an e-commerce website so that you can generate additional business income. You're going to get identity theft protection, unlimited tax advice, free and discounted legal services, and you getting discount travel, shopping, and eating all in one company for $19.95. Where else can you get all this? Think about it. Where else can you go that you can pay $19.95 and somebody teach you not just how to make money, but what to do with the money, give you attorney services, help you fix your credit, teach you all the different investment vehicles, give you certified public accountants, give you access to attorneys, give you discount shopping and eating for $19.95. And when you just apply the first strategy of MyEcon, we're going to put an extra $100 to $600 in your paycheck in the next 10 to 14 days. How powerful is that? And once you partner with MyEcon for $19.95, it only costs $1.16 a day to maintain and operate your business. So $1.16 a day, which is a cup of coffee, for you to have a sole proprietorship for the tax advantages, an e-commerce website so that you are actually selling product, and also 5 streams of business income so that you can double the pay that they paying you at your job. How powerful is that? For $19.95. I don't know where else on earth you could get all of this. I'm so in love with MyEcon. So right now, you are one decision away from being debt-free, one decision away from firing your boss, one decision away from traveling the globe, being able to send your kids to college and they don't even have to get bogged down by student loans. Wouldn't it be exciting to be able to leave land and rental property and a paid off home, leave businesses for your children's children? How powerful is that? See, it's about creating a financial legacy. It ain't about living good right now. It's about making sure that when you leave this earth, your grandkids walk into a business that you created for them. It is time for you to own your life. You should be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, live in the zip code that you want to live in, drive what you want to drive, and design a life that makes you happy. So get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. Tell them you in. It's only $19.95. This is the best online business opportunity ever for less than $20. So if you have any questions, you can unmute your line and I will answer any questions that you may have. If there are any questions, you can unmute your line. Hey, Edwin and Marta and Pam. Hey. All right. Well, if there is no questions, that means you heard everything that you needed to hear. And all you have to do is make a decision. And this is the easiest decision you can ever make because it's $19.95. All right, you all. So I want you to have an amazing week. Get into the business. The person, once you sign up, they will get you enrolled. They'll teach you how to adjust your W-4, and we're going to plug you right into training. And I'm telling you right now, this is the best time in the world to be in MyEcon and definitely being on my team because I'm finna take it to a whole nother level and nobody is going to be ready. So have a good evening. I'm going to unmute the line so you all can say bye-bye. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.